I'm going to do a couple quick videos tonight. It's Thursday night. That is the bottom of the old steering column where the bearing used to go. And the cab mounts were so bad on this truck that even though they took some plate and kind of band-aided them, a lot of the weight of the cab on the driver's side especially was basically all riding on the shaft of the steering column. And what that did is it wore the bearing out. The bearing blew apart, fell out. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And then, so then the column, the shaft actually started rubbing on the inside of the column. Show you the inside of this. You can see this is where the bearing used to be, pressed in here. It is completely missing. And then there's this ridge here on the inside, and you can kind of see on the inside, that's where the column has been rubbing. So all the weight of that, has been rubbing on that shaft for so long that it's actually worn a huge groove in it. Which isn't a big deal because I'm going to cut this off anyway. We're going to shorten this up. We just want to we're mainly concerned with this end, which is where the steering wheel attaches and our upper bearing rides, which the upper bearing, that's for a clip, but the upper bearing is actually, it's not horrible. I'm gonna get 2 new bearings, I think, anyway, from LMC truck, and put 2 new bearings in it just to be done with it while I get it all apart. But I think what we're gonna do with this is where it bolts up under the cab, and then this from about here up sticks out, and then our top piece here, which I have all blown apart, slips on the top there, which is your cone, and then where the upper bearing is right here, your turn signal switch, all that, and then the steering wheel goes on top of this. So we're gonna leave all of that the way it was, and I think right where the groove is here for the wires for the turn signal and the lights come through, right just about here, I think we're gonna cut it. And then we're going to cut here just in front of where the old shift selector used to be, because I believe this was a automatic column and they just took the guts out of it. And we'll cut this, and then we're going to take this so this whole section will come out, and we're going to weld it up here, and then we'll shorten this shaft accordingly. We'll get our new bearings and stuff and press them in, and then we'll have our shortened column. And what we're going to do at the end here, after we cut this off, I got the universal joints. That would be in today, that actually be in tomorrow. We'll put a universal joint welded to this. It's going to go down at a little bit of an angle. Another universal joint will be welded at that end where it hooks up to the steering box. So it'll come up, go over a bit, and then come back up to the column. So you got 2, angles, but between the 2 joints, it'll make the angles, not too bad. I think they'll only be about 30 degrees, so we won't be. I don't think we'll have to worry about any binding or any real stress on the joints. Nothing crazy. So yeah, I just tore this apart. We're gonna get, like I said, order some bearings. I'm gonna see about cutting the end, welding the 2 back together, and then getting a length on our shaft here. And I may wait to cut this till I get the bearings, and I may have to make some kind of collet. There was a collet on here with a pinch bolt, but I may end up just making something either with a groove or something I weld on here to act as a stopper to hold pressure against the bearing on the bottom there. We'll figure that when we get there. And horn button, all that good stuff is usable. Steering wheel's not too bad. It's got some cracks and stuff, but it's perfect for what we're gonna do. Turn signal switch seems to be okay. The wires, I'm gonna have to rewire the whole truck anyway, so it's fine. It's like this. I'm gonna get a wiring diagram and trace wires and go that way. And we'll just reuse all this stuff and get rid of the the other collets for where it used to bolt up to the cab, because we're not going to use it that way anymore. And I think that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that tube, weld it back together, and I think that's probably all I'm going to get done for tonight, unfortunately, but I'll post another quick video once I get that done just to show you. And once I get the other U-joints and stuff in, we'll slap it together and fit it in the truck, and we'll have a steering. Alright, thanks.